I have spent years reprogramming the identities of female founders to be successful multi-six-figure business owners. And in this video, I'm going to show you the single most important shift that you need to make to finally break your income ceiling. And guess what? It has nothing to do with adding another thing to your to-do list or breaking your strategy or burning your business down to the ground. That sounds good. Stay with me. So in our last video, you did your dream life calculation. Hopefully you've gone and downloaded the spreadsheet. You have had a look at exactly what the business needs to cost at the level that you are building to, not from your current reality. You've also had a look at exactly what you need to bring home in order to live the life that you want that business to fund and what that looks like as a total revenue number. But the thing is, in trying to get to that revenue number is that you're already working harder than ever. And as it is at the moment, that effort to results ratio, it's already not making sense. And so you are sitting here and you're thinking, okay, especially when you sit there and you tell yourself that your business should be much further along than what it actually is. How am I going to get to that next level revenue, to that number we came up with in the last video, if I'm already at my capacity? You probably feel like you are both the engine of your business and the one thing holding it back. So the secret to creating that revenue number as your new reality isn't actually asking what to do. It is asking who you need to become. Because the feeling of being stuck right now, that is an identity mismatch. You are trying to build to your next level business with an identity that is wired for a smaller game, and that effort is going to break you. Your business can only grow to the level of woman who is leading it. So in this video, I will show you how to start becoming her, the woman who earns the total revenue number that you came up with last week. And if you haven't watched that video, go back, do that, and then come straight back here. So first of all, and you might want to write these down, the first thing that you want to do is not be asking, what do I need to do? But actually asking, who is the kind of leader that does this stuff naturally? This is going to be the biggest shift. Because most founders here at this point, when they have that revenue number and then they go set their strategic goals, are going to look at it and create a to-do list. Instead, I want you to reverse engineer the identity. So sit with some questions and do a little bit of exploring with things like, does that person who makes that revenue, does she still make decisions quickly? Or does she spend 2 weeks overthinking them? Does she need everybody else's opinion? Or does she trust herself? Does she still undercharge because she's afraid of disappointing people? Does she micromanage because she doesn't trust anyone else? My guess to a lot of those is no, she doesn't. She's not obsessively checking every single email. She's not micromanaging every single new hire because she's terrified of letting go of control. She's not doing those things. Those things aren't just bad habits. They are expressions of an identity that, again, got you to here. But they cannot take you to where you want to go next. So as the business grows, your role has to evolve from the hands-on doer to a strategic leader. And that next level is not going to be built by you doing more. This is where we are talking about becoming the woman who leads differently, naturally. So what does that leader do naturally? You need to work that out because that is who you need to be. Now, the second thing to think about now that you're making this one shift is that the new identity isn't actually some fantasy that you just dream up. It shows up in different decisions that you make day in, day out, big ones and micro decisions. It is not about how you feel on any given day. It is about how you lead consistently. So this is thinking about the woman who successfully scales the business, as we said, who is that natural leader. She is not lowering her standards just to keep everyone happy. She's raising her standards. She's delegating with trust instead of controlling with fear. She is saying no to the wrong opportunities without an ounce of guilt. That one hit some of you hard. She backs herself before looking for outside validation because she has retained intimacy with her own knowing. Oh, that was such a big one for me. Now, saying words like intimacy with your own knowing and scaling and delegating, these are not just leadership buzzwords. These are non-negotiable decisions made by a woman whose nervous system can handle more growth and more pressure and more success. So when you cling to that old identity of being the central doer of everything in your business, you are choosing self-abandonment over growth. You are also creating friction and slowing down that growth. And the last thing that I want you to remember as you start to think about day to day, hopefully, who is the leader who naturally earns that revenue? Who is she? How am I thinking? How am I feeling? What actions is she taking? What decisions is she making? I want you to remember that if you don't consciously choose who you become, your old identity will keep leading your business. This is why I designed my Frequency First Business program the way that I have, so that we can actually reprogram these old survival identities from the root in the most long-lasting ways so that your nervous system can hold capacity for more. Every single business decision is made by an identity. Your pricing, your visibility, your messaging, your boundaries, your hiring, your offers. If that identity hasn't evolved, the business won't either. You cannot simply slap on a new strategy on top of an old mindset and expect a different result. It just doesn't work. If the leader is anxious, the business feels chaotic. If the leader is overwhelmed, the team is stuck waiting for approvals. Nothing moves forward. But if the leader is confident and clear, the business just flows. This is the heart of the entrepreneurial mindset shift. You choose the identity before the strategy, not the other way around. Your business can only reflect the woman who is leading it. So your task is to reflect on the current state of your business and your bank account. This is going to give you all the information that you need to know about who has been leading it. And then you ask yourself the question that we asked at the very beginning, which is, what does the most natural leader who is already doing this, earning this, what does she do? How does she think? How does she move? So you get it now. You know that you need to focus on who you become, not just what you need to do. But knowing that is one thing and actually living it is another. Because if you don't plan your next moves with this identity, from this identity, then you are going to end up right back where you started spinning your wheels. So in the next video, I'm going to show you how to set your quarterly focus in a way to make sure that you actually achieve your goals. This is where we start to have identity meet the strategy. But before we go over to that, first off, you need to know exactly where your identity is blocking your growth. And that is why I have a free business growth diagnostic that gives you a precise map to break through your current ceiling. It takes about 5 minutes and it is the fastest way to get clear on your next step. So go do the diagnostic, watch this next video, and I will see you here. I would be so grateful if you could leave a review and share this episode with someone who you know that is done leading their business from survival and ready to create and live in overflow. See you on the next one.